Once beautiful, Jessica Watts is a hollow shell of her former self. Her skin is pale, her lips are ashen, and her eyes are sunken in her skull. It is more than her body's reaction to the physical damage she sustained or the strain of channeling magic power from another plane of existence. There's something missing from her now. It's gone. My link to the Queen. She has abandoned me, expelled me. Unworthy. Unworthy. There's still hope for you, Jessica. She bows her head and closes her eyes, forcing a torrent of tears to cascade down her cheeks. I wish that were true, but there's no hope for me now. There's no hope for anyone. She opens her eyes and there is nothing but hopelessness with her. There is a nest like this in every major city. There's no stopping them. Oh God. And Sam, I'm so sorry, Sam. Please, Assadins, don't let them eat me. Take her with you. I understand. Okay. You emerge from the Universal Brotherhood chapter house, momentarily blinded by the bright lights of the Lone Star perimeter surrounding the exit. Despite the clean night air, the stench of ichor and decay clings to you, a smell that may never fully go away. You drop your AG-filled shotgun and is quickly spared away by one of Telestrain's minions. Weapons are slowly lowered as you step out into the street, the order coming from Detective McCluskey himself. You see James Telestrain is just nearby pulling his strings. It's over. Jessica Watts has been dealt with and Sam has his justice. The dead man's deed is done. All you need now is to make a phone call and it ends. James Telestrain. Yeah, it's really not over. Seriously. And after we broke up the ritual, Assadins chased Jessica into a small chamber where she was cornered by a couple of buggers. Guess they weren't impressed with her performance. They were about to eat her. And Assadin says something like, I won't let them eat you, Jessica. You're coming with me. You're going to pay for what you've done. It was very dramatic. Then we splattered the bugs and handed her over to the CAS FBI. You're going to want to have a long talk with her about the Universal Brotherhood. So this nest is cleaned out and your cousin Lynn is being transported to a mental hospital for observation. James assesses you with a newfound respect. Very clean. I believe our test of Project Aegis was a success, Assadins. Herr Brockhaus is having it weaponized now for distribution to night errant forces. The authorities are going to have a great many questions about this incident, and I will need to provide details. The Universal Brotherhood has a great many chapter houses, and they must be dealt with immediately. What will happen next? That is for others to determine. People other than you. Still, you have turned in a yeoman's effort, and regardless of your obvious flaws, you are deserving of a reward. What would you ask of me? I hear you have an opening for a new VP of Security. Unfortunately, a human is not an appropriate fit for a Telestrain Industries Corporation executive. I'm sure you understand. However, I believe whomever fills the position would benefit from an executive consultant of your caliber. The position will pay quite handsomely, I assure you. Report to work on Monday. Just wear something more appropriate. Good day. That's funny. Let's talk to Coyote, finish things up. Guess that's it, huh? You captured Sam's killer and now he'll get his justice. It was a little more involved than I expected. She looks back at the Universal Brotherhood just a little. She grins first time. Well, I'm gonna grab Paco, head back to the Union, maybe watch a Trid or something, and I could use a long shower too after that. You could learn the business, take over for Ms. Kubota someday. She gets a twinkle in her eye. Someday, maybe when the rest of my body is made of metal too, but not today. Today I run the shadows, get paid, get dirty. See you around, Assadins. You're quite a guy. I can honestly say I've never met anyone quite like you. Let's talk to Harlequin, who for some reason is hanging out over here. The painted elf is watching the scene unfolding around the Universal Brotherhood with a grimace. Well, kid, it's been fun, but I've seen everything I care to see today. I'm gonna get out of here. Is there a problem? He gestures at the crowd as he speaks. Look around. Note the members of the press being shuffled away by Universal Brotherhood spokespeople to get a private briefing. Brotherhood is connected. A damage control team is probably on the way right now. Think they can control the press? One way or another they will. If they can't be manipulated, coerced, or bribed, they'll probably disappear. Quietly. There's more, though. He nods his head towards James Telestream. Note the expression on the UCAS FBI agent speaking to Telestream. Dismissive, isn't it? That's because there's no love lost between the UCAS and Terran. They're not going to trust what he's telling them, and frankly, I have no idea what he's telling them. James plays his own game, always has. FBI isn't stupid enough to ignore this. He rolls his eyes. No, of course they're not. Government agencies are well known for their it doesn't want to come out. And there's no racism in government. That was wiped out in the 20th century. This is getting fun. He points at someone in the crowd and smiles. The man sees him pointing and smiles back. That guy there? He's with Ares Macro Technology. Enormous megacorp. Ridiculously powerful. They've been sniffing around Project 80s for quite a while now. Clearly, they have an agenda that's just starting to unfold. He gives the Ares man the finger. The man smiles and returns the gesture. Government, media, business, all working to ensure the truth stays hidden. Working together, not for me. No, not from you. You're a runner. That's the idea. But it's not the giant machination it appears to be. In a way, it's worse. It's a series of conspiracies, conflicting agendas, and petty jealousies, all building upon, feeding upon, and excreting into an unending web of dreck that people wade through every day and call life. If there was one Dark Lord controlling everything and we could drive a magic sword through his heart to free the world, that would be grand. Such clarity, such focus, alas. So what's the lesson in all this? That I did it all for nothing? He laughs. Just the opposite, schmuck. The lesson is this. The game is rigged, the cards are stacked, the dice are loaded. It's the same as it always was, every cycle. People in power exert power, little people cower in their homes, think what they're told to think, and buy whatever product will help them forget how horrible their lives are for another day. And that's why we don't play their fracking game. We don't swallow their Drek sandwich and politely ask for another. It's why we run the shadows. That's where real life is, kiddo. Reality's living in the places no one wants you to see. Where's Herr Brackhaus? I thought he'd be here too. He flew back to Berlin, all sorts of things brewing there. He was very impressed with you, though. It could probably turn into work someday, but I'd forget about him if I were you. Never make a deal with a dragon, kid. They're playing a different game entirely. Okay, seriously, who are you? A friend. Until I need you for something, then I'm a bastard. See you around, Harlequin. Let's talk to McCluskey. What are you looking at, Tube? And McCluskey just spoke to Mr. Telstra and he said you got your lieutenant's badge. He beams at Bravos. I didn't hear about it. Yep, he said to go down to the station house right away. Join his prize party for you. Oh, Drek, I shouldn't have said anything. He smirks. I'll surprise them then. Oh, that's precious. Let's talk to Jake. Jake shakes his head, smirking as you approach. When you finally get close, he breaks out laughing. I heard the Universal Brotherhood was getting shot up on the police scanner. Knew it had to be you. Did you get her? She's in custody now. Ah, just as deserved. He scratches his mop of red hair. I guess that concludes the story of acid heads and the dead man's switch, huh? You know, I've been thinking, maybe you should stay in Seattle a while. There's plenty of ways folks like us can get into trouble here. You only skip the surface. I heard Mitsuhama is looking for a team. No idea what that's about, but it could be lucrative. And I just got word that something's going on at Crater Lake. The Tears got it on total lockdown. No fly zone, the whole thing. There could be something in it for us if we poke around. And there's always the Orc Underground. Haven't seen that yet, have you? Got plenty of friends there who are good for a job. Something's bound to come up. What do you say? I'll think about it. You do that. You want to find me? I'll be at McCracken's later. Got a taste for some seafood. Take it easy, chummer. I already picked up a job. The little coroner is surprised to see you, but he can't hide his delight. Hey, yes, it is. I was wondering if I was going to see you again. I guess I shouldn't be surprised to find you here. Hello, Dresden. How's my favorite body snatcher? Busy. Pops his eyebrows eager. You know, it's all over the Tri-Vid, right? They found the Emerald City Ripper dead at some asylum out in Snohomish, of all places. Turns out he had been masquerading as the head administrator or something. They found him dead from some sort of vigilante attack. Elens whispers conspiratorially. You wouldn't know anything about that, would you? Why, Mr. Dresden, I have no idea what you mean. He winks. That's what I thought. Well, no one can say he didn't have it coming, am I right? He frowns at himself. That was a double negative. So, the big question, what about the Dead Man's Switch? Now that the Ripper's dead, are you going to collect? I'm not sure. Well, right, the Dead Man's Switch. I almost forgot about that. Forgot? Come on, how do you collect? I was told I need a secure line to call the number Sam gave me. Can't use my comm link. He writes, Lone Star's emergency response team set up a secure phone line right here to coordinate their efforts. I can authorize you to use it. Thanks, Dresden. Don't mention it. Take care, Acids. Looks like that's everything. Call the law firm and finish up. Tap the number phone. Same employer you gave you days ago. The phone rings 7 times before someone finally answers. Image of the lawyer on the other end of the phone. Mid-phone is noticeably different from the one you saw a few days ago. The noise in the background sounds like it's coming from a bar. Yeah. He squints into the phone and recognition slowly appears on his face. Oh, hey, it's you, Acids, right? So you got Sam's killer, huh? Are you even a lawyer? Yeah, of course. Well, technically I'm not a lawyer anymore, but I'll just slot Sam's video for you. Hang on. He fumbles for a moment and the camera jerks crazily, then he goes static and replaced by Sam. Good old Sam. He still looks like Drek, some clothes, same background, probably shot at the same time as first video. Hey, buddy, looking good, looking good. If you're calling this number, that means the job is done, right? He closes his eyes, shakes his head. Congratulations, amigo. I knew you'd do it. You were always set up into more than me, anyway. He looks back at you, trying to speak soberly. I just want to say thank you for whatever you did. It means a lot. Not even knowing what you did, it still means a lot, because I know you did something. You know what I mean? I know you made it right, somehow. He pauses, tilts his head back. His breath hitches in his chest. You're the only one who ever who ever tried to help me, ever. Except my sister. She tried more than once. She tried. I never let her, though. Never let her in. I regret that a lot. Did I ever tell you about her, buddy? We're twins. We're twins. We're twins. I guess. You still a twin after one of you dies? I don't know. Doesn't matter, I guess. Besides, heavy. God, listen. Do me a favor, will you? If you talk to her name is Jessica, tell her I'm okay. Sorry, okay? For everything. She'll know what for. She's Catholic, so she'll forgive me. I need her to forgive me. Just tell her I love her. Straightens himself, shakes it off, that grin is back. Anyway, you need to get paid, which would be great except for one thing. I got nothing. Never did. You know how it is, right? Sorry, but hey, thanks for giving a crap. Seriously, I appreciate it. Tell you what, if you feel sore about it, look into my family background a bit. There's gotta be people with money in there somewhere. Maybe one of them can throw you a few bucks. Take care, amigo. See you in hell. He reaches forward and shuts off this camera. The vid screen goes to static and the call ends. There's a moment of silence and then you feel a tug on your jacket. It's Dresden. So, what did he say? Thank you. He just said thank you. And that's the finale. The Emerald City Ripper killings are sensationalized for several weeks. Lurid reports focus on the killer masquerading as the administrator at Mercy Mental Hospital. Soon after, pop singer Maria Mercurial is cast as the lead-in in Dr. Ripper, a Tri-Vid thriller about a reporter who goes undercover as a mental patient to uncover a serial killer. Seattle Newsnet reports a shootout at a chapter house of the Universal Brotherhood. Witnesses claim that a gang of religious fanatics stormed the building for unknown reasons, but committed suicide before they could be captured. All mention of insect spirits, James Telestrain III, or Shadowrunners are kept out of the news. 1 year later, the city of Chicago declares a quarantine area between Lake Michigan and the Des Plaines River. Officially, the Chicago Containment Zone is established to fight an outbreak of infectious virus. but an infestation of insect spirits is affected by those who know. A mature form of Project 80 is called FABS-3 is eventually deployed to remove the bug threat from Chicago. The Watch family name has since been lost to the shadows. Overall, it was a pretty good game. It wasn't too bad. I loved actually playing a game within the Shadowrun universe, the setting of Shadowrun. I love that. But, you know, I mentioned some of my issues with the game. Missing so often at times was kind of annoying. As many people have said, the decking is more or less negligible. It came in useful once or twice, and you had to do it for one part of the story, but you didn't actually have to be a decker to do that part, I imagine. It would have just let you tag along with one of the regular rigs. Obviously, you have to be able to do it without a jack, because you can play as a spellcaster or an adept. There could definitely be more in the way of loot. Enemies never drop anything. The story is very linear. There was only one side mission that I noticed, which that isn't necessarily a bad thing. It was a self-contained story, which is always fine, but not very RPG. So I don't know if I would call this so much an RPG as a story game with RPG elements, an action story game or something like that. Or at least what I consider to be an RPG. You know, when I think RPG, I think a big story with lots of locations. Well, not necessarily a big story, but there's gonna be side quests, missions, whatever you want to call them, and all that sort of stuff. Loot, exploration, and there was some of that in the game, but not a lot. So, overall, I'd say good game. Pardon me, good game. The fact that it was the team that developed it, Hairbrained Schemes, is led by Jordan Weissman. Is it Weissman or Weissman? Who created Shadowrun, Battletech, MechWarrior, along with others. But he was the originator, pretty much. So yeah, I love that. Through credits. Is there anything at the end? We'll see, and then we'll go ahead and call this a stream. Alrighty. What are we looking at here? Identity, Ghost in the Shell, okay. Geeked. Stitch in Time, Back to Seattle. Okay, I'll look through this stuff on my own time at another, later on, and then I'll see if any of it looks good. Looks like there might be some interesting things in here. I saw that classic Shadowrun cover pic right there. So, yeah, I'll probably check, well, not probably, I will check that stuff out. I'll see if anything looks good, and then we'll get into some more Shadowrun Returns before moving on to the other games. There's 274 entries in here, so get some more play out of this before moving to the next one. Thanks very much, everybody, for watching. I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye, bye. Oh, before I leave, don't forget to subscribe on YouTube, or follow, do all that good stuff. Hit the bell so you know when I put new videos up and get notifications, because for some reason subscribing isn't good enough for YouTube now. Anymore, whatever. It's been a while since I started doing that crap. Share the videos if you're watching this on YouTube. And I'm sorry for the damn video cutting out, dropping frames and whatnot. I don't know why I'm having these troubles with my internet connection or just streaming in general. I think it had something happened when Streamlabs updated, because it was fine before it updated, and after it updated I started having trouble. Maybe it's not related, but it seems like that could have caused some problems. But anyway, once again, thanks for watching. I'll see y'all later.